You too.
Come in. Son, come in. Oh, that's not you, is it? It is hard for me to tell at such a distance. And anyway, and you, welcome. I am Abu, and I am the astrologer of the stars and omens. Who are you that I might know you?
Now you can actually lie here, which is kind of fun, but...
Gonff. It is indeed a name for heroes. It is well that you have come then. Mine says that we will soon need a hero here.
Really? Well, you have such a good vision that I'm sure you can really tell.
The stars smile upon you.
The fact that he can't see who you are from across this really small room makes him
He's
being...
probably terribly farsighted.
Then he's so farsighted that he can't actually tell who you are.
You're too close.
Okay, I'll go with it. Sure. Hi, so, tell me about yourself.
Stargating since I was little. There's so much to learn from astrology.
What's astrology, then?
Astrology is based on the principle of as above, so below. The heavens reflect the earth and vice versa.
And your job in all this?
My job is to reveal the future to those who seek it. Perhaps you wish to know your own fortune.
Fortune. I like that word.
If you wish to know your fortune, I will need to know your guiding signs. Tell me about your past and things you have done.
Okay.
You have lived a most interesting life. I will look into what stars have guided your life this far, and see how they will affect you in the future. This will take many hours, so you will need to come back some other day.
Oh, alright, I'll leave you to it then.
If you need to know more about the future, visit me again when it arrives.
That may be my favorite goodbye line in the entire game.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah. It's a goodbye.
Now I could teleport back to the plaza and go from there, but I am, of course, attempting to actually train. So I'm going to take the slow route. Is this doing me any good, by the way? Yeah, it is. Hooray.
Yeah.
My communication is also...
going up again.
Oops. I didn't mean it!
Yeah, it's so honorable to go visit astrologers.
Hey.
No, I think it's because I've been sneaking around all this time and I haven't stolen anything.
It's actually weird. You get honor for things like that, but then if you give all your money to the beggar, you get like 3 honor points.
I think part of the reason is because I didn't lie about my name. If I'd gone and said that my name was, George or something, I don't know.
Moxa.
Any number of other names. Here we go, back to the plaza.
Alright, I think directly across the way is the fastest way to Aziza.
Okay, let's see, we go along here. Shoot. Yep.
I think that's right.
Yep. I think you're right. So we'll just sort of saunter across here.
Hope we don't get lost.
Nonsense.
Alright, so no left turns until, well,
Just pretend you're in San Francisco.
Does that mean you have to go up and down hills a lot too?
Shapeir is actually amazingly flat considering that it's surrounded by mountains.
Yeah.
Air Avenue, huh? Where's this Beauty Avenue over there?
I don't think you ever have to go on Beauty Avenue.
Nobody in the game's pretty enough to live there.
Ooh, don't tell Aziza that to her face.
If Aziza lived on Beauty Avenue, then everybody else would have to move, so...
These are some very fancy-looking places. Pity you never have any cause to visit any of them.
Visit.
Hey, I'm sure I may visit in the purest possible sense.
You're going to go and try to... What, sell them life insurance?
I'd go and ask for contributions to my fund to help the beggars of the city, of whom there are one. That was a very poorly constructed sentence on my part.
Can't trust paladins, that's what I say.
Of course you would think that.
Okay, we're gonna go right.
Yeah.
On to... This is one of my favorite little Easter eggs, actually. Khalsa Darb is translated as Garuka Singh Avenue. I didn't pronounce that correctly, I know. In one of the subtler nods to real people in the game. And of course that translation is specific to this particular version of the game because they didn't translate them in the original.
Yeah, all the street names are the same, but the translations are new.
Which means somebody had to actually translate them. I'm now wondering what Khalsa actually means.
Well, I'm willing to bet that's not it.
You don't think?
No, I don't.
Here we are, Shmali Tariq.
Street.
Which is weird because it's not really remotely in the northern part of the city or anything like that.
Well, actually, part
Well,
of
you're
it.
I mean,
sort of
it's
in the
kind
northern part
of-
the city. Sort of.
And bits of it go north-south.
Not most of it, though.
Lady Street. Now, I am going to try something completely weird and wild and say that Harik sent me, which is, I think, an addition for this version of the game, too. And so, since I don't know at all what I'm doing here, I'll save first. Why? Pissing Aziza off, bad idea.
Yeah.
So, knock knock. Door that appears to be watching me, so I won't even try to pick the lock. You politely knock on the door.
Who is it that seeks to enter? Who is it that sent you here? What element does the apothecary specialize in? My first, my second, the last, my second, myself, then back to the end, and beginning again. Who am I? You may enter freely into my home, Gonff, but don't take anything. Come in, sit down, and we shall speak.
Always be
Hello,
polite to
madam.
Aziza.
Welcome. It's good to have a visitor who understands the proper way to enter conversation.
Oh, I'm glad you think so.
You'd be very rude if people had truth glitter in Aziza.
Shall we share tea?
Yeah, I like tea. The tea is cool and refreshing. You find yourself relaxing as you drink and listen to the sound of flowing water.
Now that we have shared tea, what is it for which you have come?
So, thanks for the tea, first off.
Most welcome.
I think it's rather important to be polite. Tell me a little about yourself.
My name is Highly Prize. Who is the name of my mother?
And you do magic, huh?
My magic is very practical, and I have many things that go on with so. Unfortunately, this year has been closed to my far scenes. When he vanished, sooner I'll try a different type of spell to see if I can gain more information.
She's snoopy on everyone, in short.
Have you considered tapping their phone lines? Tell me more about magic.
magic I work with mostly is water magic. Without a knowledge and true seeing, the water can reflect. I too can reflect spells back upon the caster. There is much magic in this land, some of very dark nature.
Dark nature.
Magic can be misused for ill purposes. A foe can seem to be a friend, and the victim is helpless against a foe. The more powerful the magic, the more likely that it can be used for evil purposes. I wonder if that's foreshadowing.
And, I don't know, tell me more about this water stuff.
Water is the magic. It is the element of healing and life. I use it in all of my magical workings.
Interesting. How does this far-seeing thing work exactly? What?
Spells allow me to see things at a distance and to know their true nature.
Really? How? Nice. I think I just asked you about natures.
I work for the NSA.
Shh.
Aziza!
Tell me about the daily news here.
Very well. What would you like to discuss?
Heard any good rumors lately?
I'm not familiar with idle gossip.
I'd like to ask you about elementals, but since I can't. Okay, tell me about Razir.
Razir was like a twin to Shapeir until a year ago this month. The Emir Haras was overthrown and disappeared. His brother now sits upon the throne. There is a darkness over the city through which I cannot see it with all my magic.
Tell me about the Zamir.
The Emir Haras was a foolish man who ruled more with his heart than his head. There was magic involved in his disappearance. Since he has been gone, the city of Shapeir has fallen into dark times, and many have fled the new tyranny.
And this darkness.
When I try to far see upon the city of Shapeir, it is as though the city is wrapped in a web of blackness which I cannot see through.
I gotta learn how to do that. Tell me a little bit about Shapeir.
The city was built around the magic fountain which flows freely. It is protected by the mountains and the desert, and has known all peace and prosperity until now.
I'm sure as heck not asking her about the Thieves Guild, but I'll ask her about the Kara.
The Kata are clever people. They work only at things they enjoy.
That is actually pretty clever. I'll give her that.
That means they're
And the Sultan, who I totally don't know is a poet.
The Sultan Harun al-Rashid is a most wise ruler. He often consults me for information about things. He has a good deal of understanding about people, and he knows how best to use them. He's doing everything in his power to prevent the ill omens from coming to pass.
Everything. Good. Glad to hear it. Well, that really is all I feel like I need to ask her about now, so thanks again for the information.
You are most welcome.
And I'll be seeing you some other time.
It's been a pleasure conversing with you. Perhaps we shall share tea again sometime.
Count on it, Aziza.
Back to sneaking. What am I doing? Oops, my honor went up.
Yeah, how was your plate, Aziza?
Yeah.
So at this point, the fire elemental is due tomorrow. Today I think is more training. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut here, and I'll like travel somewhere, and I'll pick it up again after I've done some more training and gotten slightly less pathetic. So, hero of Spielberg, you think you want to go practice some? I could use workout. You're gonna be disappointed, Uhura. Anyway, I will leave it here and pick up again before actually going back to the inn tonight. So until then, be seeing ya.